welcome to another episode of Educated Discussions. I am joined with
Elmo.
Yep.
Haha.
And Elmo is joining me here in my house.
Welcome to my house.
Live from Felipe's house.
Favorite Flo Rida song.
And I came here to get serious on a subject. Not really.
Why so serious?
I don't know.
Do people get that? The Joker reference?
I think people get it. Yeah. It's on a lot of people's wallpapers. It always comes up as a suggestion when I look at like cool desktop wallpapers. It's always Joker. Anyways.
You smoking weed?
No.
A bunch of X's in the corner?
I'm here to talk to you about Xbox Game Pass. And more specifically, just a little concerns I have on this program. Are you familiar with Game Pass, Elmo?
I used it this last weekend. I'm familiar with it.
What were you playing?
Monster Sanctuary.
What the hell is that?
It's like a Metroidvania with Pokemon mix.
Okay.
A little indie.
What'd you think?
It's a cool mix. I hope they continue with the idea. I mean, I haven't played too much. I haven't played for like 20 minutes, but I was like, I like this idea. Okay.
So the thing I hear with Game Pass is a lot of people love this service. Sounds.
And you're here to tell them they're stupid.
No. I'm gonna preface this with saying, I wish I had Game Pass. All right. Okay. From what I can tell, they're doing everything right with this thing. They're keeping the price at a competitive price. They're supplying all these great games. They're doing all the first party stuff, releasing day and date on it. Everyone sings praises about this service. And I have yet to hear many people talk about any negatives that might come with this service. Maybe not right now, but down the line. And that's what I'm here to do today. This is titled The Problems with Game Pass.
From a man who does not have it.
Yes, I do not have Game Pass. Keep in mind, I am a PlayStation gamer. I have been known most of my life to be on the fanboy side of PlayStation, and I ham it up to a degree, but I am fully aware that Xbox has been killing it this generation with a lot of stuff that Sony is definitely missing out on. So, and again, like I said, I wish I had this service. I mean, this is great. Like all the stuff, like all the games and stuff on it, and the fact that you can, do like all the crossplay stuff. They have their version of it on the PC, which is pretty close to what they have on the console side.
They also have the xCloud, which I'm not able to take advantage of.
It's still in testing phase, right?
I believe
something like
there was a beta, but I don't know if they're out of that phase at this point. But I'm pretty sure at this point a large, sizable base can take advantage of it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start out with some problems that I think might arise with Game Pass. Number one, Microsoft is not currently making any money on Game Pass. That is confirmed. I forgot by who. Maybe I'll write it in the video.
Do you want me to
podcast listeners? I'm sorry, I have no idea. Maybe I'll edit it.
Rebuttal or let you finish?
Let me finish.
Okay.
Actually, it'll be better for both of us if you just don't talk the rest of the podcast.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm sure that'll be great for the listeners. So, like I said, yeah, they're not making any money, and they are aware of this. Like I said, it was confirmed by some of the people, head ups of that department. They do have plenty of money, all right? So even if they're not making money, obviously Xbox, Microsoft, huge company. I mean, you just saw that deal they just made with freaking Bethesda and all their what is their parent company? Is it Bethesda? I thought it was like ZeniMax. Yeah, ZeniMax. There you go.
Sorry, I forgot. I wasn't supposed to speak. Oh no.
Oh yeah, man. No, that's all right. You can interject. So they have plenty of money, okay? But for how long? Money runs out. The thing is, yeah, we're so freaking rich. Overall, these companies, they're here to make money. And although they have plenty of it, they won't stay this way forever. They can't keep it at a loss. Okay? I'll see if I can relate this to something. Google and Stadia. They were not making any money, and now they just cut ties and like cut all their
there's a bigger problem there.
No, of course. There's a lot. It's not 1-to-1, but that's the closest thing I can get to it. Again, Google, about as profitable as Microsoft, if I'm not mistaken. They're up there. Sometimes Google is is a bigger company. Sometimes Microsoft takes it over depending on what releases that month, So they're pretty close. And Google, although Google is notorious for canceling products if they're not making any money like right away. They definitely don't give enough time to breathe on certain things. So that is something to note. So when it comes to Game Pass, Microsoft's strategy is to provide a crazy, unbeatable value to consumers. And they have. And that's in hopes to entice more people to join and build their ecosystem back up. And by that, I mean, as you and I both know, in quotes, they lost the last generation in terms of sales and mindshare. So whenever you see those memes online, oh man, my boyfriend, my girlfriend bought me a PS5. They never mention the Xbox. It's always PS5. It's always out there. Okay. So they have a lot to do to catch up. And I know that they're desperate to get back to where they were, especially in 360 days. So I don't think Game Pass is a service that would have come out if Xbox was on top, like they were most of the 360 generation. This is out of desperation. Do you agree?
I mean, I think that's a stronger word than, because we're playing with hypotheticals.
Correct.
So,
just so people are aware, I'm not an industry insider. I do not know these
what?
things.
What? I thought all the time.
Sorry to break that illusion, guys.
But I'm under the impression that, competition breeds innovation. So at some point,
which is why I'm really happy this is out here.
Point, maybe it would have happened. But also, I mean, Sony has its PS Now. Mm-hmm. So they
nowhere near as marketed as well as Game Pass. They have
something. So someone would have done something at some point.
If you had to guess, how many games do you think are on Game Pass?
I don't know. I clicked the button and it said 100 plus.
Okay. If you had to guess, how much do you think PS Now has?
I would say more.
How much more? If you had to guess.
They probably got a bunch of not obscure.
Just guess.
Oh, man, you got Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Tekken 4. They probably got 324.
Over 800 games. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they're not taking advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, the majority of it is streaming. The PS3, PS2, and any PS1 classics they have, I believe they do include some of those. They're all streaming. PS4 ones, they finally added the ability to download, and most recently, you can stream in 1080p. Before it was 720. So, but just in comparison,
I did see they patented something recently to have less input lag. But who knows when that'll
let's hope
come into play.
I have yet. I used PS Now maybe 3 years ago. And it was a trial. And I paid a little bit of God of War Extension. And we played Jeopardy.
Okay.
Because my wife wanted to play that. And it was only 7 days.
I bet Jeopardy ran worse than the God of War.
Honestly, I noticed a dip once in God of War. Okay. When you're streaming something on Netflix and everything's clear and for a second it dips to DVD quality. I saw that happen once, but it wasn't too bad, and that was a few years ago. So I don't know. I'd be curious to try it out recently.
There's probably a lot of weird factors with that.
Yeah, but anyways, not here to really compare and contrast those two programs because I don't have Game Pass. I don't have PS Now.
I don't have it either. I have Game Pass, not PS
okay.
Now.
That's what I'm saying. So neither of us have too much to say on PS Now, besides that trial that I did once. Okay, so that's the main issue right there. So the profitability of it. That can't be sustainable for too long, okay? And I know their goal is to eventually make money, but as of right now, it's not. And that is because Xbox still on the lower side, even with their new consoles, although they're selling great. And I do have confidence that they'll be doing a lot better this generation than they did last, especially with all these moves. And with Game Pass, I mean, that's a huge selling point, That would make me want to buy it. Mm-hmm. And I might get that S. You never know.
You are not kidding.
I'm just saying. Probably not, but maybe.
That's like Reggie Fils-Aimé saying, I'm going to buy a PSP.
Well, you can't.
Yeah. You can't either. It's not in your brain. It's just not wired to do that.
Oh, my God. Okay. The second problem with Game Pass. Let me know if you've heard this phrase before, describing Game Pass. The Netflix of games. You've heard that, right?
Uh-huh. Sorry, I was drinking water. I didn't think you cut to me. Yes, I have heard of this.
I saw you getting ready. Anyways.
Man, that person in Georgia is going to be cracking up who downloaded this.
Oh, he knew he was gonna drink water. So being the Netflix of games will inevitably lead to Netflix problems. I'm gonna stay on the money side of things since that's what we were just talking about. As the service grows, so does the cost. Okay. Netflix started at $9 a month way back when in 2000. Who knows what? I forgot already. I think 2007. I don't remember. And that was their plan for the unlimited streaming. They had like weird things where like, hey, you pay us $5, you can only stream 5 hours of content. Something stupid back then. But regardless, their baseline for unlimited streaming was $9 a month. Now it costs up to double that, depending on what plan you have. That's the plan I have. I'm paying $18 for the 4K, and I think I have like 5 users or something like that.
I mean, that's everything. No, that's everything though.
What?
Everything goes up in price. Hulu, PlayStation.
That's what
Plus,
I'm saying.
Like, so why mention it?
No,
if that's
here's why.
Universal.
Here's what I'm gonna say. This will happen to Game Pass at one point. Would you agree?
I thought it would have happened by now.
Okay. And that's if it's still around, again, because it's not making money. I think that, yes, they will try to increase it to make that money. How much are you willing to pay before it's too much? Because right now, I mean, which version do you have? Do you have just the console one, or do you have the Ultimate that includes the PC and other stuff? I forgot what the Ultimate is.
My scenario is a little different because I got I stacked on Black Friday.
Right, and a lot of people are doing that.
You better be careful with that paper on that mic.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they just heard a gust of ducks or whatever.
We'll find out.
But I got mine through Black Friday, and so like I stacked a year for probably 50% of the price that it would normally be. Mm-hmm. So I would have a hard time right now quantifying how much it'd be worth it to me. But there are other factors involved in there as well that I want to wait till you're done.
Well, I'm going to move on from that. Points. That was to lead off from that topic into the next one. So, another issue that Netflix has.
I mean, I guess as of now, it's technically $15 a month
for the Ultimate one, right? I'm sorry, I forgot if you answered. Is that the one you have?
I have it, but only because that's just what was on sale.
Okay.
I wouldn't need the Ultimate because I don't play online.
Exactly.
And I don't have a PC. Right. So
you would be okay with the $10 a month if you had to do to if times were tough when you had
absolutely.
to. Okay. How much would be too much? Is 20 too much?
I mean, for what you're getting.
But would you do it? I know it's a great value. Trust me. But think of your lifestyle now.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we're not as young as we used to be.
Okay,
we are both. We.
I would imagine once the price is more than like a full game itself a month, like I feel like it's justifiable.
It's definitely justifiable. Honestly, well, no, I'm not going to say
60 a month is a lot.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm not saying I probably would be like, okay, guys, like that's
you're pushing it. Yeah, I know.
That's more than the console.
It technically still is a good deal though, even at 60.
It technically is, yeah.
But that's if you have the time to get that worth. I mean, technically, you play one major AAA release.
I mean,
you
me, I'm a different person. No, obviously, but like, I have a Switch. I have an Xbox. I have a PS5 now.
Did you finally get it?
Yeah. Like,
welcome to the next gen. Wait, no. Welcome to the next
it's
generation.
Annoying because, like, I didn't realize the trophies would transfer. So now I feel like I had played on my cousin's Astro bot. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize the trophies would transfer, so I kind of feel like, oh man.
Astro's Playroom.
Astro's Playroom.
Okay.
Astro bot. Yeah. Anyway, that's not what
that's his name.
About. It's not what we're talking about. Okay. But I do have one. Okay. So I'm just, as someone who plays a little bit of everything, I would be a different market case.
Okay.
In terms of value. Like if an Xbox was my only console, like my desire for Game Pass would probably be higher rather than lower. Mm-hmm. And the wall I'm willing to hit eventually.
Okay. No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's hard to give a number right now.
You see where I'm coming at with that.
20 a month, I'd be like, that's a good deal.
Still is. Will you use it? You don't have to answer that.
Will
I'm
just
saying,
it?
Like that's a general question out to the audience. Would you use it at 20 a month? I mean, you will, but like,
you mean would you buy it at 20 a month?
Right.
Okay,
that's what I mean. Like, yeah.
I mean, if I bought it for
just
20 a month, I'm
just
using it.
something to consider.
Uh-huh.
I'm just again, people use that reference a lot, the Netflix games. So, and of course, Netflix being the most popular streaming platform when it comes to
YouTube Red. Okay, I'm just joking.
the Paramount Plus games. Yeah. Okay. So another Netflix issue that I think that's definitely worth mentioning. I think even over the price increase, because we all know that's going to happen. We just don't know to what. My major concern is that with Game Pass, people will treat trying out a game the same way they try out a movie on Netflix. And that is to give it a few minutes, and if you're not hooked, you move on. Would you say that's the case for certain shows or movies? I know it's the case for me.
I don't think it's the greatest comparison because the amount of time I'm willing to commit to a movie is more than a game at times. Like
you'd be willing to commit more time to a movie than versus a game? I
think so, just because I don't know, it's different because you have to download the game ahead of time. But I feel like if a game doesn't hook me within 5 minutes, like maybe I would be more likely to be like, whatever, I'll come back to this later and never do it. But a Netflix show, like when it's me, I'm like, my mentality is like, no, I'm in this. Let's okay. Make it an episode. And then because that is actually The Office happened. Right. Sorry, and if I didn't keep going.
Right.
So I always have that with shows, that mentality.
And actually the same situation with The Office, that taught me to give shows a chance and give it a couple of episodes or maybe even like a good chunk of the first season. If I'm even mildly interested, right? However, most people are not like that.
I don't know.
I do. I know every person on earth. And I've asked every single one of them that have Netflix, of course. Not. I wouldn't waste my time with those that don't. But they do the same thing.
But I don't know if it's entirely comparable because you have to make the decision to download the game ahead of time as opposed to Netflix's
It doesn't matter.
Stream. I think that matters. You're making a different commitment at that point. I'm not saying your scenario would not happen, but it's just a different.
It will happen.
There's different steps.
And it has.
I mean, that would happen. Yeah, that absolutely would happen. But I don't know if it would be the 1-to-1.
You got to keep in mind that I'm bringing up Netflix as the direct comparison because that's what people compare it to. There's no other service like Game Pass. I mean, you got the EA Plays and
which is part of Game Pass.
Correct. And then what's the other one?
Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's another one.
There's been rumors about that being added too.
So, anyways, that's why I bring it up, and I have heard people mentioning like, and people use it as a thing like, oh, you don't like a game, just cut it off, move on. I don't think that's the best thing for the developers working hard on these games. I think people will miss out on some great experiences due to this way of thinking. The same way they do on Netflix and other platforms. Again, you and me are a smarter breed. We know that shows might take a little bit to get to hook
we're almost as smart
to sink their teeth.
We're almost as smart as that person in Georgia listening.
You gotta keep bringing up this person.
They deserve props.
All right. For better or for worse, think of how many times someone has said, "Hey, wait till you get done with that tutorial or like the opening area. Then the game gets good." What if you don't know that? What if you're just starting to play that game? What's that game that had a terrible opening? From what I heard, it was one of the Wolfenstein games. I heard it was just a god-awful opening, but it takes like 45 minutes, and then the game is like fantastic after that. Imagine if you use that way of thinking that Netflix, that people have ingrained in their mind, like, oh, it doesn't catch me right away. My attention span is short. I got to keep moving on. There's so much other stuff here. Imagine if that's what happened with these games. So that's something to consider. That's all.
Okay.
I think the good part, and this is in quotes, obviously, I would love to have a game for free.
It's not free.
But the good... Well, no, of course. But you know what I mean. You get the feeling that it is. Because like, my membership, I'm getting this stuff for free. So, obviously it's not. The good part of purchasing the game is that you naturally give it more of your attention due to the investment you put in. You just paid between $40 to $70 on this game. You're going to give it the time, because you just put all this money. Typically, people don't pop in a game they just bought from the store that they know they can't return and get their value for and just quit, They don't do that. They put in more time, and then if a couple hours in they're still not feeling it, then, they look into trading options or trading it with the buddy or something like that. So I think
if they have it on the disc.
Well, correct. Yeah,
like
you're
if
right.
you
You're right.
if like
Yeah,
Hades,
a lot of people
once
just
you buy Hades, you're
yeah. Oh, yeah. Even then, you're definitely not returning it there. So I think that's better for the developers because then if people have a little bit more time and investment in, I think the person playing would have better enjoyment of the game and more appreciative of the game itself versus, not
in all
feeling
fairness,
this.
I think they get paid a good rate before it is officially on Game Pass. Like they're given a lump sum.
Yeah, I'll get into that. Oh, and just to cap that off, sorry, I had one more thing written here. Games will get finished more often this way, and that usually leads to a more whole, complete experience. On to my next problem. I only got 3 problems, so we're running through this pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 papers.
I got 3 papers.
Elmo. And we're still on the first paper, right?
No, this is like
okay.
Remember I hit the thing?
Okay.
Yeah. Elmo, I'm going to give you 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly name 3 of Xbox's most popular exclusives. 1.
Forza,
2,
Gears of War,
3.
Halo.
Okay. Perfect. Why is no one talking about Gears of War?
Drax was talking about it yesterday.
No, the one that's out. You talking about making
like
a Gears of War movie
it's
and
like 2 years old.
Even that?
Why would you still be talking about it? They're making a new one. Who's talking about Uncharted?
It just had its anniversary yesterday, or like a few days ago.
I mean, I didn't know that.
I was talking about it. What I want to bring up for a game like Gears of War to be in that top tier list of Xbox. Obviously, that's one of the games you just mentioned. One of the top 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you could...
Recore.
Hey, name to me the characters in Recore.
Fetch.
Okay.
Is it actually Fetch?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's not
Okay.
Fetch.
I don't know.
You're thinking of what is it called?
Is it
Infamous. Yeah, First Light.
We don't need to play that game.
Okay. I actually forgot the dog's name. It's Jewel and something.
Oh. That's close.
Jewel
Ratchet.
Ratchet. All right. It seems to me that when Gears of War came out, it was the big Game Pass game. Like this is when Game Pass was still fairly new, and this was the one that was turning heads.
Is this Gears 4 or 5?
5? Did I say 4?
No, you didn't say.
Oh, okay. Sorry. When Gears of War 5 came out, it was the big one. Like this was the big one. This is like their top. This was their Halo at the time because they hadn't had Halo in forever, right? This is the one that was turning heads. The fact that it would release day and date on when it comes to Xbox. Like this is like, oh, this is for real. Like they weren't kidding. Like they, what they said, like, hey, all the first parties they're coming out on Game Pass the same day, and if you got Game Pass, you're playing it full version, no, no cuts. So this was the one, right? I feel like it didn't get that much hype or fanfare when it came out back then. Now, obviously, it was on the console that was struggling. A lot less people were buying it, but even then,
I think that's a huge factor.
But
I think if Gears came out today, it'd be a different. Like, look at that Outriders.
Right, but no one's talking about Outriders anymore.
I mean, it's not Gears.
Well, I know, but
Outriders too.
Wait, was it the same people? People can fly.
People can fly.
Did they do a?
I think they did like a Gears
Judgment or something.
Yeah, it's Gears.
Okay.
Judgment or something. Yeah. No, I think that's actually it. If Gears had come out instead of Outrider, they flip flopped. I think you would have a different situation. But I mean,
I'm not so convinced.
But it's also like there's nothing. There's very little exclusives on like the Series X, so you're playing with different.
But that's the thing. I am aware of this. Mm-hmm. So you think like, oh, finally here's our exclusive, and still, people talked about it like that week.
It's
the week after.
That conundrum you mentioned though is a huge factor there. It was at the time when they were the struggling console and
right. No, I know, but
that way that they have now, it'd be a very different scenario. Especially because I believe in certain countries, Xbox is outselling PlayStation only because of availability.
Of course,
but like people are buying them, it'd be a different situation.
Dang scalpers!
Yeah, my life's stupid getting them.
Yeah, my theory is a lot of first party games will just be okay to good. And I feel like it's due to Game Pass. I don't have much to say on it because again, I don't follow it as much as someone like you would, or people that are actually into the gaming industry, where that's their job. But my only basis on this theory is just how Xbox operates, specifically with third parties. I don't know how they do it with first parties because they're in house, but just like you mentioned earlier, they have they pay these companies like, hey, we're gonna give you this solid amount of money here. This will kind of cover a good chunk of your cost just to make this game, and we're gonna have you just be on Game Pass. I feel like because they're gonna be getting this guaranteed like lump sum of money, I feel like it will lead to laziness because they're like, oh, we already got paid. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense?
I mean, I think that would.
I know that's not always the case because sometimes the projects are already done.
If there wasn't so much competition, maybe I would think that more. But like, there's over 100.
Imagine being like a game pub
competition though.
Like you're working on a game, you just worked out because I believe these deals get kind of hashed out a little bit before the game comes out. So imagine like you're getting ready to put out your game the next year or so. Like, oh man, hey, guess what, Jimmy? Xbox gonna be funny. Like we're gonna be on Game Pass. Yeah, they just gave us who knows how much. We're guaranteed to be put out in front of 14 million users because I believe that's how much Game Pass has. They have like a 14 million subscribers or something. At least at one point. I don't know if it's gone less or up, or I would assume up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it would lead to some uninspired design choices, doing to the games having no need to stand out. You're already guaranteed to be put out in front of 14 million people. Like, it's a wild theory.
Okay.
But that's what I have, and I'm using Gears of War as my basis on that.
Okay.
Same thing with their other. I'm struggling to think of their exclusives. Recore was one of them. Obviously, that game itself wasn't the best.
It came out at a budget price too. I remember.
Yeah, budget, Game Pass.
No,
what else?
I don't think Game Pass was.
Well, it's there now.
It is there now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I think it came out before the Game Pass was out. But like, just I don't know, just any of the first party stuff that's coming out from Xbox, especially on Game Pass. Like, I feel like it just comes out with like a little bit of a thud, and that's it. Hey, this is Felipe here, interrupting real quick. I am fully aware that my Gears of War argument wasn't the best, but I completely forgot to mention State of Decay 2 and The Medium. Now, I don't have Elmo here to give his rebuttal, but I just want to throw it out there. Big games, at least in my eyes. Both of them came out day and date on Game Pass, and then that's it. Where are they now? They came and went. So just throwing it out there. Do with this information as you will. I don't know if that makes sense. All right, back to the show. And again, like you know, you mentioned and I mentioned as well. It's still the struggling console, so there's definitely going to be a lot less of a base playing these games. But for a service as great as Game Pass seems to be, having their first parties on there, I feel like that's a problem.
I mean, have you seen the reviews for Forza Horizon 4?
What were the reviews?
It's like 9s and 10s.
I'm sure, and guess what? Gears of War had great reviews too.
But you're saying it's not good games, but
well, no. I mean, sure.
Forza, and that's the only one I can think of because I was looking through it recently because my cousin was playing. He's the little one. He loves cars. God.
Oh, so he has a PS5?
No. We were playing Forza Horizon, okay. And I was like, "How did this game review?" I was just looking it up, and I was surprised that it was.
Which one was this?
Forza Horizon 4.
When did this one come out?
Oh, 2019.
Okay, so a while back. Gotcha.
Or 20.
Okay, good point. It did review good. I mean, how can you really screw up a car game that's been good?
I mean, dude, I played Need for Speed.
I heard that game's fantastic.
No,
I heard it got 100 on Metacritic. Okay, sure. One example.
2018.
Yeah. So a while back. Was that when Game Pass was out?
Mm-hmm. Came out. Game Pass was 2017.
So when did freaking Jewel and Ratchet come out?
The Recore release date. I think time's just really gotten away from you. That was 2016. You're
Dang.
old. You're an old man.
Holy.
And your birthday was this month too, so you're just old.
Hey. Old viejo, que feo. You don't have to talk about that. I'm 22 at heart, okay?
Taylor Swift,
my spirit animal. All right, so again, I don't have too much to add to that. You brought up a good counterpoint, so good. But I still feel like I made a solid... just to give a reasoning to my theory. It's just a theory.
Send the code FEAT if you think.
Don't do that.
It's FEAT.
Sure, go ahead. We need some comments. I want PS All Stars level of interaction. Okay, list your.
I mean, if you make the internet mad, just say Lady Dimitrescu sucks. She's a dummy. She's awful.
I faced her last night. I'm playing Village, so.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say.
It's like, where's this going?
My interaction with her is over in the game. So
okay.
Whatever you want to take that as. So yeah. Anyways, so a lot of my concerns are on a assumption basis. Okay. Using similar structures that are out there, I think it's very difficult for a program like this to be successful without making some sacrifices, and that goes back to
to reiterate business.
Well, of course, but like
spend money.
But the thing is, see, this is why I wanted to bring it, because like everyone is cheerleading for this service, rightfully so. But no one's talking about how, hey, this you have it great right now. This potentially will not be here in 2 years. And I feel like it's something to bring up. That's all. Just to bring awareness.
Saying, like, man, Disney World won't be open forever. Don't go now.
That will be open forever. Disney World.
I think it was a better example, but like, there's this really great ice cream shop. It has the best ice cream, but it's gonna.
The thing is, it's not an ice cream shop is a local thing. This is worldwide. This is Pitbull.
Okay. I'm just saying. I won't give a direct example, but.
It's hard to in the moment.
You're saying you can't.
I have written stuff you don't.
Why not enjoy it while it's there?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You can definitely enjoy it. And like I said, I want to be part of this.
So I don't want it's a negative. It'll eventually go away. Like
I want Game Pass. I want
my marriage. But I'm still going to enjoy it. My life going to go away.
Okay.
I'm going to die one day. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy it while I have it.
No, Stanley. You'll live forever.
That's an Office reference. A Pete or Clark Office reference. So.
Oh, that was him. Yeah. I was thinking it was Ryan.
You know, it might be Ryan.
No, it was Ryan.
It was Ryan. It was definitely in the later.
Yeah.
Anyway, we haven't done.
So the sacrifices again, just to reiterate.
We did do an Office one. Continue.
Office. Men, not ladies.
We'll get the internet map. Why the Office sucks.
I won't be on it.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is better than the other.
So yeah, quality of the games, price of the membership. I think the amount of games might be a problem as well, because I didn't touch up on it too much because I honestly didn't do too much research on this part. But from what I hear,
never admit that.
Well, no.
You are the most well-versed person I've ever spoken to about this, sir.
I appreciate it. But no, just this part I just wrote like before we started, because I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to research into this. I heard that the amount of games varies, and a lot of games, like, oh, it's on Game Pass. And everyone like talks about that, but they never talk about when it leaves, which is sometimes a month later.
Alan Wake.
No,
it's not a month.
No, sometimes. I didn't say all of them, but sometimes certain games come out and they're just gone right away, and I think that's a problem.
I don't know if that's real.
This is something I've heard. I just don't know to what extent.
You got an Xbox?
The original, yes. The original Xbox, yes. Oh, I heard they had that new theme that matches it.
I don't know how to find that. I guess I haven't clicked
That's so enough. Cool, man. I'm so happy they did that.
I wish Sony would do... I did see pictures. I was like, oh, that's cool. But I kind of still like my Rise of the Tomb Raider background that I still have on there.
From the trophy?
It's so pretty. Achievement, sir.
Achievement. Oh, yeah.
It's
right,
very... It's just really great art. Like, I've tried to change it, and it's just... No, nothing. That's the back...
The
Xbox,
most revered Tomb Raider game.
And I've had like that for 5-6 years. Like, that is the Xbox background to me.
Right. Oh, Rise.
Not even the Shadow one.
Shadow.
No. The second one, not the third.
Jeez.
I've had it for a long time. When did that game come out? Because that's
I don't want to think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was just like 4 years ago.
Yeah, when do you think that came out?
If I'm trying to be smart, because to me it feels like 4 years ago. But if I'm trying to be smart, probably 2014.
Okay, 2015.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You're not that old yet.
Not that old.
That's still
so that's
6
it.
Almost 6 years
that's
ago.
all I have to say.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to the Game Pass, I'm very excited for the program. Clearly, a lot of people are too. I hear too much cheerleading on it. Paris Lily, and I think that sometimes people should just maybe, like you said, enjoy it while you have it, but be aware that this might not be around forever. At least not the way that it is currently. But we'll see. We'll see. I am hopeful.
Halo Infinite.
That's the thing. When Halo comes out this fall, winter, we'll see.
I really
they said
care about Halo. So when Fable comes out,
we gotta play that.
That's fine.
You and me for a cast.
I'm pretty sure my
Halo in review.
My Xbox One controllers will work on the Series X.
Yeah,
this isn't some. I can't play Mortal Kombat with you because the PS5 version is dumb.
Yeah, that was stupid. But whatever.
Anyway,
it wasn't that bad.
So counterclaims. Am I making counterclaims now?
Go for it. Yeah, I mean you were supposed to the whole time, but
no, you said don't talk, and
you didn't listen.
No,
I heard your voice.
Why are you laughing? I'm about to destroy every argument you've ever made. Give me this paper.
No. This paper's sacred.
No, I'm gonna refute.
You're gonna look at my terrible handwriting.
I mean, dude, I'm a teacher. You should see what I see.
That's true. However, I have seen what you've seen. I helped you grade papers for one time.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to counterpoint the point you made at the end of don't be so hyped about this. He's like, I don't know.
No, I'm not
saying if you like this, you're an idiot.
I didn't say that.
I'm quoting you.
I mean, I guess I'm an idiot too. I like Game Passes.
I'm Felipe. What are they, Holmes?
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of
Felipe.
cast.
Okay. If you like Game Pass, you are an idiot. See, that was your voice. That wasn't even mine.
No.
You Jinx. We said no at the same time. Okay. Currently not making money on Game Pass. Okay, you mentioned this, but this is a big point.
Oh yeah, you wanted to say something.
Not making money on Game Pass.
Yeah, they aren't.
Listen to this.
There's no counter. Good.
You got to spend money to make money.
Not always.
And because of Game Pass, and I can only speak to my own personal experience, but I assume there are many others with this same conundrum. Not a conundrum, but like, are you making money off of Game Pass? No, maybe not. But are you making money off of the people now in the ecosystem? And does that make up for it? I bought Mass Effect Remastered on the Xbox, and if not for Game Pass, I probably would have bought it on PlayStation.
Was it on Game Pass?
No.
So why'd you get it?
What do you mean, why'd I get it?
Well, why'd you get it for Xbox?
I've been using.
Oh yeah, because you just got the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And something
you only had the Xbox. That makes sense.
This is gonna just come up a lot, so let's bring it up now. Something you're sleeping on is the Microsoft Rewards program that I think a lot of people are sleeping on.
Like, a lot of people are. Besides you were the first person that I heard mention it. And no joke, maybe like a week or something later, someone mentioned it.
Maybe better stop. Don't bring it up because I want it to stay the way it is. I have enough points by doing Game Pass quests and everything, and getting like a cheat because you get like they reward you for playing games. So like, hey, play. I'll get into that, but I want to get my achievements, and then on the Microsoft Rewards, they're like, hey, if you buy Mass Effect, which I was gonna buy anyway, you'll get 6,000 points. Which
what do you do with these points?
You get like vouchers for like coupons to like every month.
So now they're getting even less money. Huh.
But it's money I wouldn't have spent otherwise. Like they gave me a $10 coupon.
I'm just saying.
I would have given Sony my $60.
Let's say you were only on Xbox. You don't have the PlayStation. You don't have the Switch. You're using this program. Now Xbox is getting even less money.
But you have to consider like gas stations even do this tactic of like, hey, I'm going to say it's not $3.40. It's $3.39.99. And just that image of you're getting a deal or you're getting one over on them, like that's a way to like you'll spend more money in the long run.
You made it sound like it was some pretty good deals. Like I'm gonna say like what you brought up last time. I forgot what cast it was on. It sounded like a really good program with some really awesome discounts. From what you made it sound like, I don't know.
If not for those Game Pass quests, I would not have. I would have purchased Mass Effect on the Sony platform because it would have gotten me more trophy numbers than you. That would have been. I am a fan of the trophies, so I like those better than achievements. But now my achievements get me like buku bucks. That's a phrase someone says. Money away from like I have enough points banked right now to get 3 months of Game Pass.
So even less money they're getting. I got you. Go ahead.
I mean,
continue.
I'm already, but to get points,
my point is made.
But to get the points, you got to be on Game Pass to begin with. So,
okay. I thought that program was outside of Game Pass. Like you don't have to have
I think there is it exists out of there, but to get the most out of it, like you have to be, and you have to be specifically Game Pass.
Yeah, because
Ultimate.
some of your requests, you were saying that like, hey, go play this game, and it's one of the ones that's on Game Pass.
Yeah, It's always like.
And what did you do? You popped it on for a second, played it, and moved on, right?
I mean,
all right.
If it would have helped, but there are games that I played longer because they were.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's
I was not going to play Call of the Sea.
Oh wait, no, that's not the one I'm playing. Never mind.
That's BioShock. I'm just joking. I was not going to play Call of the Sea ever, but it went on there, and then I was like, oh, and I made some progress.
Okay.
There was I've been like afraid to play Alien. What's it called? The new Alien, the newer one.
Oh,
Isolation. Alien Isolation. There's just a bunch of Alien games. I was afraid to play Alien.
I was going to say Extension.
I was going to play Alien. I was never going to play Alien Isolation because I was too scared to even start it. But there was a Game Pass quest for it. So I booted it up. I downloaded it, booted it up. Man, I hate that game.
Game Pass, man.
It's scary, man. But but then Resident Evil is happening now. So I'm like, I'll get my scary fix there and I'll go back. But then there's also like getting in the ecosystem where we need to get onto this. But getting into the ecosystem is going to pay off in the long run because like I wouldn't have bought Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs if I wasn't in that system. It pushed me to buy more games than I normally would have purchased.
But the thing, okay, sure, but
I'm
you
in
bought
the
those.
ecosystem.
But you bought those on a deal. You didn't even pay full price for those. You bought like a great deal.
They put it on sale. It was good. It's money they wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
So don't do the Microsoft Rewards in game. Leave that for me. Don't get on there because then they're gonna notice that they're getting that it's too good of a deal.
Okay.
And regardless, like
that sounds great. That reward program won't be around for a lot much longer.
I mean, but I'm still enjoying it and taking advantage of it now.
Of course,
like, so
do
like,
it.
But why? You can't disparage me for that.
I'm not.
So then, what's the problem? Like it won't exist forever.
That's
everything.
You might be missing the point of this.
Well, I don't
podcast.
think there is a point. The point is, don't like expect it to go away. Like I mean. That might happen.
The point is just to raise awareness because all I'm hearing is just championing, like just cheering and cheering and cheering. I'm like, hey, no one's really talking about the possible negatives to it. That's it. I just wanted to bring awareness to it. I don't want anyone to not get it. Obviously, like I said, I want it. I think other people should get it. I don't want this program to fail. I think that's maybe something I didn't mention hard enough.
No.
I do not want this to go the way it is. I want this to do so freaking good that Sony does it, and now I can actually play some actual good games on my PS5 with their version of Game Pass or whatever they decide to call it.
I mean, it's just there's always that hypothetical, but we don't have the result of that yet.
Of course. So that's what I'm saying. Like I want this to go good, but I just also want to, I just want to bring awareness to it. That's it.
Your problem
I feel like it would cause some good discussions, and I feel like we're doing a good job in the meantime. Very educated.
But your point was they're not making money. Right. They've made more money from me because of it than I would have otherwise.
Okay.
If not for Game Pass, I probably wouldn't have gotten a Series X.
I mean, you didn't really need to. You had an Xbox already.
Yeah, but I want to
play the same games that your Series X is playing right now.
I want to make it look good.
Okay. All right.
Was that me or you?
No, that was me. That was my thing. Because I'm nodding my head.
What was the next step?
All right, solid.
It's provided crazy and Netflix of games.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tackle this one. Again, this comes up with the Game Pass quests,
which like you mentioned yourself, not everyone's using.
Yeah.
So you can't just use it as your main basis for the argument.
They should.
They should, but they're not.
But I would have. I mean, I can only speak from my own experience, but there are games
of course,
I've
tried
what I didn't like, but I would have never tried them otherwise. Or like I've seen like Monster Sanctuary, I think I mentioned earlier. Was that on the mic? I don't remember. I would have never I've seen it on the Switch eShop, and I'm like, I'm not gonna buy this. But now I've played it, and I'm like, this is a really cool idea, and like now I might be more, and I'm only like 20 minutes in, but let me use an example of something that I have played, like Spiritfarer. I don't know if you're familiar with that at all.
I've heard the name. I can't
never
think of
touched it. Would have never. I saw it on the Switch.
Oh, that's that one you're gliding around looking all cool.
Yeah.
And
or Indivisible, another one like with the interesting art style.
Oh, with the chick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would have never played those.
I played that prototype demos. So go ahead.
Prototype.
That's what it was.
Game. I'm just joking. Who's brought that up in a while? Anyway, but I never played them otherwise, and now like I want to see what those studios are doing next.
Yeah, that's good.
And so it's like they may not get the money from me now, but they might in the future. And then there's the fact that like I think there is a different commitment to, hey, I'm downloading this versus I'm just pressing play.
I got you.
However, there are games like Enter the Gungeon. Booted it up for the Quest, never touched it again. I deleted it actually this past weekend because I needed space for Mass Effect. Because the space is another issue that I wish either of these consoles solved. But I just want to give them my money. Like, that's all I want to do. I don't go out. I don't drink. I just want to buy video games.
You don't drink any water?
No, and people like at work, like, the students, they're like, man, you spent $60? I'm like, yeah, because I don't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like, that's my hobby. Like,
people have spent $60 one night on a drink.
I go on a freaking Disney. Oh, well, yeah, as well. You went to Disney recently.
Yeah.
But,
podcast on that coming soon. Not really. A couple months.
No. You got to get on that soon. But there is a definitely like, hey, I may cut this. Like, I may not continue playing this, but like, sorry, there's more games than time, so that's inevitable. Like there's never been a better time to play video games.
I would agree.
There's more, and there's not enough time to play them all, and I hate that. I hate that I have to work. I want to play everything, but unfortunately, that's just life. You gotta pick your battles, pick your poison. And I picked Outriders, which I'm heavily enjoying.
I want to bring a quick aside. Yeah. Okay. This is something that I think you and I have both experienced. I don't know if you felt it the way that I did, but a long time ago, actually it's still out there, but I'm going to pretend like it isn't. Okay. A long time ago, there was a service called GameFly. All right. Now with this service, for the very few that I'm sure don't know, you would rent games. They would mail them to you. The way Netflix used to do their discs. You would get a game sent to your home.
People don't know that. Like at work, they're like, Netflix had discs?
Yeah. Yeah. Back in my day, before I was 30. 2005. Anyways, so yeah, I was a part of GameFly for a while, and I would get these games mailed to me. Now, of course, the main issue with that mailing takes like 3 or 4 days. They had way longer than it should have. Than for most things. However, I was paying. To me, it was sounding like a great deal. Oh man, it's I think it was like $14 a month, or I forgot how much it was. It's a good deal for unlimited games. I really only got to play 1 or 2 games a month with that mailing and how much time I had. And I was even when I was young. So now a service like that would be just completely a waste of time for me. Now again, keeping in mind with the shipping and mailing and everything.
Demon's Souls because of GameFly.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem.
So I think
GameFly.
To not as a severe extent, but at least with my lifestyle, as much as I want it on PlayStation, I don't know if I'd get its full use just with the very little amount of time I get to play. And I think that would apply to other people as well.
13,
just something to throw out there. No, of course, dude. If I was younger,
if this was how when we were,
dude, I'd play everything.
Jesus, God,
be like, man, they only got 100 games, man.
Man, you got. Really
it took me 2 months. Oh, my bad. I'm really close to the mic. I was thinking that maybe I should like.
Don't screw it with it. It is what it is. All right. However, I definitely I'm jealous of people who have this now in their youth. Yeah. Because like, it may go away one day. Like, take advantage of this. Like, it's awesome. I know you probably are 13 and don't have a job. So your mom does. So your mom has a job. Relying on that.
Your mom has a job. Like, that's from something.
Like The Witcher 3 was on there.
Like, but that's one game you're gonna be playing that whole month. That is a long.
But that's as opposed to paying it for full price.
Can you only download one at a time, or can you just download as many as you?
Dude, you got space. Okay. They'll let you eat your bandwidth up.
All right, yeah. Just a quick aside. I did have in mind to bring up GameFly, but again, it doesn't really apply directly, but just something that it reminds me of. Go ahead.
I also will say, like, yes, purchasing a game might make you push through it more, but the free there are just, again, I think I'm just gonna repeat myself. There are a lot of games that I would have never tried. And now I'm like, I want to see what that studio is.
Of course,
yeah. I think that's the main point. Like,
trust me, I think if I would have plenty to say, and I'm sure you would as well, if we did the opposite of this podcast, where it's like, oh, this is what why Game Pass is great, But everyone is saying that already, so that's the
you just point. Want clicks.
I want clicks, man. Look at freaking that thumbnail gonna be so enticing. And look, guess what, listener? You're here.
It better be Master Chief with a thumbs down. Or him on fire.
That's good.
It's just Kratos stabbing him.
No, it ain't. I ain't comparing PlayStation to it, even though I did a couple of times.
And then with first party, I think unfortunately Microsoft is definitely in a position where like, they should have front loaded a few more exclusives. Mm-hmm. I guess Sony's still in that. Like they only have. It's similar to both. I guess
they actually have
COVID did run its course.
To
everything.
Yeah. A weird time. When you're in the end of that tunnel, guys, push through.
Again, Forza. When I checked earlier, 90+ on Metacritic. Mm-hmm. Like so there are good games on there that released on there. There haven't been enough, like,
Halos
test cases yet.
Yeah,
and
that just probably due just to Microsoft's acquisitions.
Annoying. They have freaking Banjo-Kazooie. Do something. You guys are ridiculous. I
have a feeling we're gonna see some major announcements.
My 3-year-old daughter. She's been yelling at the TV for 2 reasons.
She's 3 already?
Oh, sorry, she's 2.
Okay.
My brain.
There's a second one
coming up, so it's just my brain. Okay. Anyway, there's 2 things she yells at the TV this week. First, she sees my guy in Mass Effect and keeps saying, "Daddy, Daddy." I'm like,
did you make him look like you?
I tried.
Man, send it to me.
I tried, and
I want to see.
Mass Effect 1's character creator is a little limited, so I tried my best.
Yeah, you're right.
But she no prompting at all. I'm running around. I press pause. It zooms in on your face, or he's talking or whatever, and she's like, "Daddy, Daddy," and then I change it to an alien, like one of your squad mates. He's like, "Ah!" Like it's great. And then you know what else she's yelling when I go through the games I have? She's like, "Banjo, Banjo." I'm like, she really likes that amiibo. She loves that amiibo.
Oh, the Banjo one?
Yeah. Anyway, they need to do something.
Yeah, no, I
think
agree.
About how great, like people talk about how good Game Pass is now. Like, think of how much better it could be if they used what they forget. And so my point here is, because we're getting off track, it's kind of annoying that Halo is the big test case. I think in your head, you're really banking on, if Halo sucks, Game Pass sucks. But like for me, I don't care about Halo.
I know you don't, but you got to keep in mind, isn't that one of the ones you said? When you think of Xbox, is that one of the ones?
I mean, they've just not been releasing much, so yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you don't care about it, you know about it. And at one point, I mean, it was the biggest game ever.
Know, dude, kids don't know.
Exactly, kids don't know. So this is their chance to.
I have an Uncharted poster in my room. Only one kid this whole year has pointed out. Gaming in general needs to get better at advertising. It's frustrating. I'm like, how do you not know Uncharted? Hopefully that Tom Holland movie helps, but Jesus Christ, like I mentioned, like, oh yeah, I'm playing Mass Effect, and I'm like that thing was huge.
I think there's alien boobs in that one.
The side boob, and like I've also mentioned like Super Smash, like, and I think there need to be more video game movies or something because they know Mortal Kombat at this point.
Oh, of course.
Wait, you were there. Dude, the amount of students of mine who were at that movie theater sitting around us.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, so to bring it back, Halo's going to be the biggest test.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, I don't know. I guess I don't need the test, but Fable's the one that I'm like, I want to get on that.
I'd be curious to see what they do. Forza engine.
People really like Tell Me Why.
Oh, that's good.
And
is that exclusive, or it was just on Game Pass?
It's Game Pass.
Okay.
And then what's the other one that? Hellblade 2.
Mm-hmm. You think that was gonna be a big test? It got greater rewards for sure.
It'll do something. Oh, and you know what did come out on Game Pass, like the release date? I don't know if you're aware of this one. Outer Wilds. People really like that game.
I heard mixed things.
I didn't particularly love it, but and it made me feel bad. I was like, man, people really like this, and I the ship controls just couldn't get to them, or couldn't get used to them. But people, and it's like I don't want to say anything because spoilers, but it has a concept behind it that I would really like. So
if it was done better,
I think I just need to go back to it at some point. But like that's a game that won many Game of the Year awards that was right away on Game Pass.
Okay. So
are there problems? Yeah, but I think that's more of a Microsoft problem than a Game Pass problem. Because I would agree,
but Microsoft is Game Pass.
like, if my daughter's yelling banjo, you need to take advantage of that. She would watch a banjo movie.
Yeah.
That banjo anime.
Yeah.
Banjo,
Trust me, I agree with you. But let's get back to Game Pass.
Yeah,
Not so much with game,
I mean, I'm sorry. I would have never probably played Gears 5.
Did you?
Without Game Pass. 4 and 5. And I played them because of Game Pass. And now, like, I want to play Gears 6.
Oh, yeah. It'll be on Unreal Engine 5.
I'm excited. And it's because of Game Pass that I want to venture more into their library. Mm-hmm. And as someone who's never played Halo, I'm going to play Halo Infinite. Yeah. I wouldn't have bought it before, but now I'll play it.
You going to play it on Legendary?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that people play it on hard modes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Your freaking PlayStation username is based off of Halo.
Yeah. Halo roots.
But Fable is the case for me.
Okay.
But that's down the pipeline.
So let's say Fable comes out. If it's not good, would you blame Game Pass?
I don't think so.
Because but would you think?
I mean,
like would it at least cross your mind?
No, because game development seems to be such hell that like in general. All right, let's go. Like what I'm hearing about freaking what's it, Cyberpunk? Mm-hmm. Well, what we've heard. I'm not hearing anything recent, and like I think Call of Duty had something recently, but with the game crunch and everything like that has been going around, like if no one's setting out to make bad games.
No, of course not. Everyone wants to make a good game.
So I think, unfortunately, the problem is more, again, Microsoft and them not knowing how to capitalize on their franchises. And I would blame Microsoft, not Game Pass.
But that's their service.
Right, but I wouldn't say Game Pass was a factor in that change.
Okay. I don't have much to argue with you. That's just something I brought up earlier.
Microsoft has a problem that I hope they start.
I think they're making some good moves to fix.
I want to play like Gears Tactics too. People talk about that. That's not Game Pass. And we've like ignored the PC aspect of this. Like if you have a PC.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's
throw Control on.
I'm gonna have a PC kind of soon, maybe. Maybe I'll get Game Pass.
Well, that's a future cast.
Anything else?
No, I would say that if this ever goes away, I'll be sad.
Me too.
I've really gotten my money's worth, especially because I did Black Friday deals, and but it led to me spending money that I wouldn't have spent otherwise. Because I think Mass Effect has 3 platinums. I wonder if they do. That would have made me like really extra. But I wanted my 6,000 points.
Oh my gosh.
They had Resident Evil on there too, and I was like, oh, should I buy Resident Evil?
What was the phrase you brought up earlier? I'm gonna butcher it probably now, but in regards to competition.
Competition breeds innovation.
That's a good way to end this podcast. I want this to be a problem, like for Sony and for Switch. Like the way it seems like it's.
Are you saying Nintendo Online's like SNES games isn't? Because that's this, isn't that their Game Pass?
That is their Game Pass.
Oh, if they did a Game Boy like Advanced, or like a GameCube, like
that's
Netflix
been the rumor forever.
Version.
We'll see.
God, I would be so happy. They've got such a like. Just
but do you know they won't have all of them on there?
Just throw Pokemon Black and White on there. Like, just do it. I want to play that story again, and I'm not paying $80 for a used copy. They don't even get the money. I want to give them money. Anyway, I'm done.
Yeah.
Nintendo's another.
Trying to wrap it up earlier.
No, we're gonna do why Nintendo is not making good decisions sometimes.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
good.
Anyway.
So, anyways, yes, I do want Game Pass to succeed. I want it to have. I want Sony to start to sweat. I feel like they're riding too high up top. As much as I love it, because I'm up there with them.
Innovation.
Yeah, man. I want them to do something like that, if not something better. I feel like I touched upon it slightly, but again, don't have too much to say. They got something with PS Now. They just don't talk about it. So I feel like they're slowly improving it, and maybe one day we'll get like a great rebranding or re-release of it, and they have just better.
Just let me download it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Hopefully they figure out a way to have like a little emulator that you can download, and then it can play the PS3 games that you can download. We will see. I don't know, but that's just something.
You know,
this is why I want Game Pass to do well,
for the
so Sony can figure it out.
And you know who else has competition?
Who?
Educated Discussions, which is why they should review us on iTunes and all their other podcasting locations.
Damn, that was good.
5 stars.
Nah, you can throw 4 stars.
No, someone gave us 4 stars. So
really?
We did get 4 stars somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't leave a review, so give us 5 stars. Balance it a little bit. Be honest.
For every 10 5-star reviews you see, leave a 4-star. And if we start getting too high and mighty, bring us down a peg. Give us a 3, but don't give us a 3-star yet.
Yeah.
Keep it at that 4 or 5. Okay. I mean, come on. We had a good discussion today. It was very educated. Some would say.
Very disgust.
Very disgust.
Not disgusting though.
No.
Follow us on Twitter at ed_discussions.
Mm-hmm. Listen to us on Spotify. Did we get Pandora yet?
The Pandora is
still taking time.
Right.
We'll get there
eventually.
For
approval. Waiting for something. And
so Spotify, Podbean, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you, Elmo, for joining me today and hearing my theories and rants on Game Pass.
Everybody else,
keep it educated. Mortal Kombat election year. Heavily supported by Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac.
He's dead.
He's passed. He's passed.
Well, not in 2008.
You're right. Yeah, he was alive.
See?
He was alive.
Respect.
Yeah. Because Transformers 1 came out in 2007, and he was in that one, and he didn't die until a few years after.
When did he die?
Look it up.
2008. Ooh.
Oh, God.
Well, this movie was made in July.
All right.